Hey you! Yeah, you! You wanna play Disco Elysium, don't ya? But no matter how many videos, documentaries, and memes you stumble upon on this website, you can't make your mind up? You can't just give in and pull the trigger on that purchase? And now the almighty spirit of the machine god through its algorithmic emissary has bloated your recommended tab with the godforsaken game once again? Then this video is for you, please don't leave. I aim to be the final nail in the coffin. In about 10 minutes, I'll have explained my experiences with Disco Elysium and why the game is worth your time 100%. Let's not waste any time and get into it with a, I don't know, suicide transition?
Are you fucking insane?
Right, so Disco Elysium is the result of years and years of work from very talented people, and it's nothing short of a masterpiece. I mean, it would be the case if you only consider the narrative aspect of the game, that's how good it is. If you know nothing about this game, 1, try to keep it that way until you play it, and 2, the only thing you need to know, and that you've probably heard, is this elevator pitch. You're a detective, waking up in a decrepit hotel room. Your window's broken, letting in the cold winter air, and there's a dead body hanging in the backyard. Now, go figure out why. And also, maybe try to find some time to reunite with your belongings and your memory. It's kinda cringe not having a badge to show the witnesses. Speaking of, the witnesses and locals of Martinez elevate a somewhat basic murder investigation to a whole new level. Sure, they are here to make the plot thicken most of the time by having the player interact with them so that they don't get bored, but they're so well written that just zooming up on the map screen and seeing all the little dots on the map that correspond with just genuine individuals you can talk to, it can really feel like a storytelling 3-star Michelin buffet at times. Dude, I don't know if this last sentence made any sort of sense. I really have to stop writing scripts when I'm hungry. No, but more seriously though, it really is a pleasure to walk through the streets and abandoned apartments of this place. It's all so imperfect, it's all so worn, so impeccably described and narrated by the game, man. Hold on, I gotta tell you, as an example, this tie and this refrigerator have more spunk and personality than 90% of the Marvel catalog. From what I've heard, it's not that high a bar to clear nowadays. I don't know, I stopped watching that shit back in 2012 or something. Really, the world building in Disco Elysium is so immaculately realized that I found myself caring for the geography, the history, the philosophy, and even politics of this place I had never been to. Bit of a personal anecdote, but seeing these two older gentlemen play pétanque in a crater left by the war they were telling me about, a war I had never seen, it really reminded me of the stories my grandparents would tell me about Yugoslavia. And at some point, the game even got me to do the unthinkable. Agree with the communists. And also, as somebody that works with stick bugs fairly often, you can pretty much guess that I'm biased towards the ending. So I'm just gonna tell you that I like the ending. Hey little buddy. But again, very biased towards the ending of Disco Elysium. If you know, you know. It's a non-spoiler review anyway. I'm just telling you that it's worth sticking around till the end. Hey little buddy. Thanks for that past me. Well, it's true that the ending, and of course the rest of the story, is immaculate. I wouldn't get the same amount of enjoyment out of it if it were just the wall of text it used to be. What I'm getting at is that the presentation of the Final Cut edition really elevates the whole experience. So no worries if it looks like the amount of text on screen could just strain your eyes or something, or maybe you would get bored. Don't worry about it, it's a great time. Roll the clip of the voice in your head saying something funny.
Drew, brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
But it's not just the underlying messages that make Disco Elysium feel lived in. I mean, you have eyes, you've been looking at the gameplay on screen. Unless you put this on as background noise, you coward. The graphics from the text boxes to the overworld really feel lived in and worn. An old film reel repurposed as your interface, watercolor memories splashed across the character portraits, the scars of war dotting people's skins as well as the waterfront they live by. Just by standing here, you can just feel the echoes of the city wash over you, carried by the wind, the soothing OST setting the scene. I mean, there's a reason I wake up to this game and Mario Galaxy's OSTs. Shit's bussin'. The one problem I can see people having with this game is the gameplay. It doesn't have 1500 inputs a second, like it's not Ghost Runner or anything. But rest assured that it's not a deal breaker, as the gameplay is really meaningful. Well, first of all, I've talked about it a bit before, but the writing is absolutely immaculate, so just reading shit is just a delight every second of the way. And second, you know how in Deus Ex you get a different ending for the pacifist playthrough, or how Dishonored rewards you for sparing an NPC's relative in that one mission? You see, there's this thing in games that are either immersive sims or that just really care, where they reward you for immersing yourself in them by teaching you a bit more about their world and sometimes about yourself. My point is that if you go the extra mile to interact with the game as you would personally, then if the writing's good, the hero's journey will make it so that the character learns something, and so will you. And hopefully that lesson will be applicable to your life personally. You know what I mean, you've played Dishonored. In Disco Elysium, that shit is instantaneous. You don't have to wait for the ending. The game can and will pull you away from whatever's happening and whatever you're doing to call you, the player, out. Also, slight tangent, but this game has one of the best protagonists ever to move on a screen. This pathetic, deeply conflicted alcoholic is unfathomably relatable to me. I can't get too into it for the sake of this video's brevity and spoiler-free nature, but just know that he's just like me for real. And clearly, I'm not the only one, with how many people still upload investigations, essays, clips, and memes about this game years later, mind you. You shouldn't doubt that it's something special and worth your time. If I had to sum it up in a word, which for the purpose of this video I have, I think I'd just like for you to take away that Disco Elysium has soul. I usually talk about the price of games I'm recommending, but not here. I can't put a price on my memories with this game. It'd be like putting a price on the memories I have that were passed down to me from my grandparents. When I first finished this game, I was supposed to hand in an assignment. What ended up happening was the game grabbed me emotionally and put me through the emotional equivalent to a clothes dryer and spat me back out 3 hours later. I was 3 hours late and I did not give a shit. I knew in that moment that what I had experienced was incredibly important. An incredibly important piece of art that I had to make a video about. It's a piece of art that's unbelievably good at sinking its talons in any vulnerability you show. Open yourself to it and it'll find a way to grab you, make you experience incredibly deep feelings, and leave you after a dozen or so hours with this, the same feeling as when you're left alone after visiting an old friend. That was great. I can't wait to do it again. However far in the future it is, I know it'll still be there for me and it will still be amazing. So I beg of you, please get this game, no matter how. Open yourself to it, please just, plop yourself down into a comfortable chair with a warm blanket and a drink. No distraction whatsoever. Big A for Kim, and just don't be an asshole safe scummer. The game's better that way, I promise. What I'm saying is, please, at least once in your life, experience Disco Elysium. Also, you can technically shoot someone in the game, so I lied in the last video. Sorry about that, thank you for watching. Hi, I'm TBK. Welcome to the end card. I don't usually do those simply because I don't really know what to say, but this time it's different. You're gonna notice that this video is way shorter than what I usually put out, and that's because, hold on, let me put this little buddy back. He'll be fine, don't worry about it. Well, I didn't really want to complete Disco Elysium. It's such a special game to me that I didn't really want to replay it and break it in ways that would allow me to see every single bit of content and dissect it to the point where it would lose meaning to me. I didn't want to ruin the experience for myself, so I just made this video, and hopefully if it swayed your opinion on the game and you're gonna check it out after this, then I have reached my goal. So that's pretty much it. Hey, to make up for the fact that this video was really short, the next one is gonna be a long boy. You could say it's pretty much as big as, say, a deep sea squid, for instance. Alright, that's enough foreshadowing. See you in the next one. Click the buttons below the vid now. Bye!